Greetings, fellow traders. Bubblehead here, and it's time for the Lunchtime Market Update for Thursday, January 2nd, 2020. Happy New Year, everybody. It is the first trading day of the year, and yeah, we'll get to that in a second. So this is brought to you by Positive Trends Research. Everything we're going to talk about today is for educational purposes only and not investment advice, so please take a moment to review this disclaimer. All right, let's take a look and see where we're at the market. So, market, recovered a little bit today with a huge gap up. You can see the weekly chart pushed up and gave us all-time highs. So what that's going to do here on the daily chart with the new all-time high is remove the trend box and shift the trend line over here, and we remain bullish until proven otherwise, despite it being super-duper choppy, right? So here's the 15-minute chart here today, right? We had a big push up this morning, big gap up on no real news except for just New Year momentum, possibly some flows for the new quarter, that type of thing. But we did see a quick 15-hour breakdown today, a retest of the 15-hour low, and then back down. So generally, that's pretty bearish. We do have an open gap still here below, so we'll see if the market wants to fill that at some point today. We still have half a trading day left, as choppy as it's been, but we'll see if maybe some tweets come out or something like that to get this thing going, or whatever the case is. So that's SPX right now. Other ones that are of interest this morning that we looked at, we saw Amazon gave an interesting move down today. We liked the 15-hour breakdown, we liked the retest of it, and then another breakdown there, and then it kind of held those levels. Another one as well that was on our radar was Match Group, Match.com. We really like this one. There's a special tool that we use at the open to look for these kind of breakout moves, and you can see it push through all the pre-market levels. Just gave a fantastic move off of that. So that's just a morning momentum move, and it's kind of pulled back into the 15-hour range on that one. Another one that was interesting, what is it? I believe it's Palm. This thing was huge, right? It was 87 cents or so yesterday. It's up, huge. It was up over 100% this morning, right? Almost traded like options. They had some interesting news. I think it was a deal with Lung Cancer Initiative with Johnson & Johnson, stuff like that. And so had a big move, a couple halts today, but again, after that big move pre-market, it was mostly just a couple inside 15s and some chopping around. So kind of trading like an option chart right now. But those are kind of the most interesting ones today. Have some chart requests today. So we've got Apple. Okay, so Apple fresh all-time highs, working its way to 300, it would appear, right? So it's already over that macro pitchfork level that we were talking about, and you can see here just a bullish day so far. Again. Just been plowing up. Let's take a look at the 15-minute chart and just see what it did. So basically 15 orb up at the open, a little bit of continuation move, but been really tough to catch any sort of breakout on this thing. So it's really just kind of one of those continuation trades today. So that's been interesting. Let's take a look at work. Okay, so work has been on our radar too. It gave a nice gap up, a pullback, and then it gapped down a little bit, gave a nice push over the prior day's high over these levels. We were talking about this. This was on our radar last night from the game plan. Seeing a little bit of activity in that one today, but really difficult price action this morning, honestly. It gave a 15 orb, then you had your inside 15 breakout, but then a real quick move in, but it's still holding over the 15 orb. So we'll see if that gives us any other setups going on that one. Tesla, another chart request, and we love reviewing Tesla. It's been a little bit choppy today. It did give a few interesting moves, a quick bounce off of the lows today, and that was really it, guys. I mean, basically inside 15 up on the 15 orb list, or on the 15 orb range. Disney was one that was interesting. This is actually kind of on our bearish list today, but with the upgrade this morning, that kind of switched it to a 15 orb watch list item. I love how it's pushing above this downward trend line right here. So this is kind of the first breakout move right here. So if it could close with increased volume, we may see some continuation in Disney. So definitely liking that one. Another one is FedEx. So FedEx has just been struggling at these resistance levels from the gap down. It is trying to put a little hammer into it right now, so we'll see if that gets any strength. Double inside 60. Other than that, had a huge pre-market box this morning, came out below it, and we're seeing decreasing volume, even though there are some inside candles right here. But it's been just not really moving much today. Starbucks, buy the drip. So Starbucks looking pretty good. It's still in that consolidation range. Remember, we've been talking about the Wyckoff method, and this is kind of we'll see. We'll see if what they're doing right now is accumulation here. So it could be pretty interesting. In order for it to prove itself, it needs to close above these levels up here. Okay? And then one more, CVS. Does anybody know what CVS stands for? If you do, DM me. Let me know. I've been meaning to look it up. But anyway, so CVS actually looks kind of like a distribution phase, right? So here we had accumulation, right? They had earnings that were good. We had markup, and now it really looks like we're kind of consolidating. So, but these levels, it has to get below these levels here for it to get interest. It's running into some support right here, so it may tag and continue its way up. Who knows if they're gearing to swap this one out with Walgreens on the Dow Jones? But we'll have to stay tuned for that one. But anyway, very, very interesting here. And we'll keep an eye out. Let's look at the price action intraday. Okay, so intraday was a little bit nasty, right? So it was gapping up this morning, gave a 15 orb, right? So that's your opening range candle. And then once it broke down below there, it started testing a lot of these Tuesday levels. So, but for the most part, it is still holding support in this tight consolidation range. So just keep an eye on that, and we'll look for breakouts or breakdowns on this one. We have some open gaps below as well. So watch the cloud support too. So good stuff. All right, guys. Well, thank you everybody for your support. I hope everybody's enjoying their new year. Looking forward to 2020 with the group. It's already off to a great start, and I hope everybody enjoys the rest of your day. And we'll see you guys at the market recap. And remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game.